Amaurot. Due to the wait time for this dungeon, it's going to be faster if we go through with the trust.
To the final days of Amaurot.
So, the only one in here that can really make mistakes is me.
The fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
So, it's going to go a little bit slower because we are in a trust, but there shouldn't be any wipes unless I die. And in a trust, if you are the only one that dies, then it doesn't matter what your position, you have to restart. You, what over here? Let's... Oh, that's why. You're a bomb. Sitting here wondering, why are you not aggroing me? The answer is simple. If I mark them, are they going to switch and start attacking it? Nope, Rin is still attacking the Terminus Stalker. Now, being the tank in here on a trust, I don't know if Ishtal or Rin is going to be the one doing the limit breaks. But as soon as the limit break bar is filled in a trust, on a boss, the party will use it. Be aware of that. Alright. Avoid the falling tree. Furnace Crier, Sprinter, Stalker, and Pursuer. So it looks like they go with the same, little bit with the same mentality of the Chocobo. So if I switch to the Terminus Stalker, they should all switch and start fighting the Stalker too. Even though the Crier is the lower... Yep. Okay. So I've either figured out or remembered how to deal with kill order. You just have to select the next one you want to target, and the people will go with you. Hit the first. Right? Nope. One more group. We've got another one of these guys. Oh, and it's attached to the healer this time. So while they're killing the Stalker, I'm gonna kill this broiler. Kind of a sad state of affairs when,
Now I've got you.
as the tank, I am dealing more damage to my targets than they are to theirs. 2 versus 1.
I'll show you.
Then again, the enemies could have had less health. After this gate is going to open and we go in and fight the first boss.
Just as prayer gives rise to pridables, our dread made manifest our deepest fears.
Yeah, this guy is kind of a nightmare. I mean, I think it was the first enemy I came across that was just, like, truly terrifying. Just based upon what it looks like. Because it's got mouths all down its sides. That miss breath. Want to dodge out of it. Meteor rain. Do not stack with these. Okay. I'm running. You want to put yourself behind a rock. Put a rock between you and the boss when it's casting the spell. Crap. And then try not to get hit by the attack that comes after. Funny, I remembered that attack, but I did not remember... didn't remember it well enough to dodge it. Instinctually. It's the meteor rain again. Pistola. Okay. Go off. We gotta spread. Boss is gonna run to someplace. Yep. And we're gonna run and hide. Hide behind a rock. Don't forget to dodge these things too and try to stay behind the rock when it happens. Dodge appropriately when the various things happen.
Together we shall overcome this.
Alright, first beast is almost dead. Got another cycle of meteor rain. It's worth noting that the things that fall from the sky have a pattern. Watch them, you'll be able to see what the pattern is. And you can figure out where you're supposed to stand.
This is going to leave a mark.
Right. Limit break is going to go out. Maybe not. Right. So yes, there is a pattern to the way that they fall in that. Pay attention and you can plan your movements accordingly. I didn't recognize the pattern until the end, so that's on me. Gotta say, this is the best party that's been in this town in a long time. Don't neglect dodging trash. Especially if you're in a trust. They are not going to... They'll dodge most of the stuff. But if you don't dodge, they're not going to do anything to help you. In the way the trust healers work, it's like not always going to be a cast. Like they've got a delay between their attacks, their heals, their attacks. It's one of the reasons that it goes so slowly is because it's not on the normal global cooldown. It's like everything is base global cooldown plus like 10%, or that's what it feels like. So in a normal dungeon, I believe the reason that you want to destroy the Roilers or anything else aside from the fact that they tether onto the healers is that if they are left to live too long, they deal severe damage, but they also reduce the amount of healing that is done by the healer. So now the bombs are the ones that will latch on and explode, so kill everything as fast as you can. Especially anything that's attacking the healer. Everything seemed to change targets right as they got to a sliver of life. Trusts are weird. Trusts are definitely weird. And if you're planning on leveling up your trusts, they will take quite a bit of time. Like 2 to 3 runs per dungeon per character. And granted, you can get a few characters in at the same time. But, not always that lucky. I believe from these dungeons they do not get any experience the first time you run the trust. So that's another little hiccup. Let's start single targeting them down. Like Atonement, it's a powerful attack. You get 3 of them in a row. Okay, we want to pull this one first. The bomb. In a normal dungeon, I believe that they will actively explode if you do not kill them within the appropriate time limit. They'll tether to a random player. And I think the reason that they don't function like that in the Trust is that you can't direct your Trust to attack a certain target. And coming into a Trust with a DPS does not guarantee it's going to go faster. Because you will be the only one that's actually dealing optimal DPS. Everyone else is going to be substandard. Right. Oh, we got a chest coming up. Wonder what it's gonna be. Oh, here's a piece of gear I can use. Oh, we were already at the second boss. Very nice. Terminus Bellwether. So in this fight, you'll notice that the boss is dying really fast.
Here we go.
That's because it summons ads.
Take this.
You let the DPS, in this case, deal with them, then focus on these, and toss a heal onto Rin.
I'll show you.
Okay, let's get these guys down, get the Bellwether back down here, and we can... Great. Okay. So we focus the Roiler while we gather everything else up. At least in the boss fight, they are acting appropriately and going after the Roiler first. Now that everything that is a threat is down, all these guys down now.
I'll show you.
Dodge. More! Okay, I did not remember this fight at all then.
I will not
Got
hold
threat
back.
on everything, which is what we want. Help a cooldown just to help with heals. Out of stuff. So this fight is more or less just a lot of ads. And once the ads are down, finish off the Bellwether. Just like up there being right bastard.
Away with you.
Alright. Last one, and then the Bellwether comes back. Oh yes, you gotta kill it before it bursts. Just kind of where you want to save the limit break for if you've got a limit break. But you should be able to get through it no problem. And without said limit break.
Yet this was far from the worst of it. Come,
Open the
and
chest.
I will show you.
Alright. 2 out of 3 down.
Just a little further. And you will see the end of a world.
Right, so that right there is the last boss. While you're fighting here, gotta deal with dodging its attacks.
You underestimate me.
Actually a pretty cool looking boss. Like Baba Yaga's hut on steroids.
Be gone!
Right. That one's taken care of. Got a detonator. Got the boss up there doing that.
I shall protect thee.
Kind of curious. I've never tried it, and I can't really. I don't think I can do it in a thrust really. But grabbed the enemies and dragged them down there with the boss returned down there. Suppose it's not worth really checking out. Because in most dungeons that you do this, you're going to be tearing through stuff. Even if it's people that are just like progressing the storyline, you'll go a lot faster than you will in a trust. I did the trust because I didn't want to wait 10 minutes for a party. So I was impatient, I just wanted to get in here. It's going to take about the same amount of time. But I'd rather have action than sitting around doing nothing.
The star was fading. We saw we had to weave its laws anew.
Okay. That is just like... And we can't look all the way up to see what directly above us, but that is just cool. Sorry for the little side thing. Few dungeons have epic backgrounds.
I shall protect thee.
drag you closer to the middle so that people can dodge. Or, you know, just stand there and get hit again.
I'll show you.
Alright, so we got one more group of trash, and then I think we are at the boss fight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stun that. Deadly tentacles.
This is going to leave a mark.
It's similar to Caliperseri, I think. I've only died a few times in a trust, and one of them was to test the whether or not I will get a battle res, because if one of your friends dies, and then the healer will do a battle res, or if you've got Alice, she'll do one as well.
Away with you.
Right.
But between us and our goal loomed a final misbegotten fiend.
Go. Last boss of this dungeon. Alright, so before we get into this boss fight, take a look at the battlefield. These little tiny squares off to the right and the left are going to be places that you are going to be hiding in. Just DPS as fast as you can in this. When it starts casting that skill, you want to run off and stay off until it's done. Right, boss is going to do a point blank, or an epicenter AoE. Comes forward, deals damage.
I shall protect you.
Shadow Wreck deals damage to everybody. Deathly Ray, you're going to get heads on the side. Want to be standing out of the way of both sides of the heads. One side should appear first, and the other side should appear. So you have to just go with whichever one appears first. Alternately, it can be fired out from the boss itself. very difficult to pay attention to where things are going to be coming from, because you can't zoom the camera out far enough to see the front of the boss if you are tanking it.
I will not hold back.
Okay. I'm gonna run back. Take damage from the charge. Gotta wreck again. Deathly Ray. Looks like the right side's gonna go first this time. So they will appear at the same time, but if you watch the faces, they will... you'll be able to see which side is going to go first. The side that has, like, active movement is the telling sign for that. Deathly Ray. That's a frontal one. Alright, we almost have our limit break up.
Time has not yet come.
Oracle, give me strength.
Comes the last apocalypse. Well, the last apocalypse that, it's not going to be the last apocalypse because there will be one more. Okay, see, they're both doing it? Nope, gonna be that side first. You just gotta pay attention to the heads on the sides when this is going on. It's hard to tell. Deathly Ray. Yeah, I can't predict that. Alright, we should be getting the next apocalypse momentarily. Oh, Shadow Wreck. If you don't have the DPS to kill the boss, you'll basically be apocalypsed out of existence. But because I am in the trust, it is designed to not allow the failure. Deathly Ray. Okay. That is the end of that. Hope you found this informative. If you have to go through on trust, remember just try to do everything that you're supposed to do. It might be difficult at times, but you'll get through it. If you have to, you know, mark all three of your companions and then move with the non-tank. You don't want to be standing on the tank unless it's a stack mechanic. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.